While Star Boys was in pre-production, what you may not know was there was originally a 6-episode planned called Farth Wars that even got partially filmed. In this video, you will see a reconstruction of the scenes that were filmed combined with a read-through to give you an idea of what the episode could have been. And stay tuned afterward for more behind-the-scenes content and interviews about the lost episode of Star Boys.
Hey there! Welcome to our read-through. Open on the envelope, trundling aimlessly through deep space. Further quickly keep their eyes steady on the horizon ahead. There's a kind of meditative tranquility about this image. We see Fartham's profile. His eyes are not fully open, but he is breathing deeply. Suddenly, this is like Game of Thrones fucking descriptions. Suddenly, a series of popping noises are heard. Quigley is holding a pen, clicking it over and over.
Hey, Quigley.
Yes, sir?
What you doing there?
Nothing.
Oh, it's a good joke because you are doing something. You're clicking that pen and it's obnoxious.
Sorry, sir. Of course. I'll put it right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Of course.
Quigley,
Yes, sir?
you're crunching your Cheeto Puffs rather loudly, don't you think?
Well, sorry, sir. Wait. Did you just call them Cheeto Puffs? They're Cheetos. It says Cheetos on the bag. You can just call them Cheetos.
They say Cheetos crunchy, and you're crunching them. Stop crunching.
Yeah, but you just call them Cheeto Puffs. Now, Cheese Puffs is a whole different thing. That's a whole different snack. That's Cheetos.
Stop crunching.
I'll stop crunching.
Oh my goodness! What is that?
It's a new ringtone on the holotype.
Well, make it stop!
Look, I have Cheeto dust on my hands.
Do you have Cheeto dust? I don't know what button it is.
It's right there.
I don't...
Look,
Is it right? Okay, there.
Farthly! Quick on my boys! How goes it?
Oh, we're great. Did you know that Fartham calls Cheetos Cheeto Puffs?
Seriously? Oh, jeez Louise, how old are you? I mean, even I don't call them Cheetos, and I'm at that age where you have to get a colonoscopy every Monday. Oh my God, I have more pictures of my ass than I do my granddaughter. I should get more pictures of her. Oh my God, Odie! God, what the hell? Will you please cut it out? Don't chase his tail, don't chase his tail. Hey, Viscano, Moleskine, hey, no, Slicker, my ass. Hey, what's happening? There's so much chaos. Boys, I never told you this, but I don't have any pets.
Holy shit! You'd think I could have some goddamn peace and quiet for once, but no! We fought a dragon yesterday, and that wasn't enough. Apparently, if I'm over here and I just want some peace and quiet for 5 fucking minutes, that's too much to ask from either of you.
Farthly, you seem a bit, what's the turn of phrase?
Pissed off?
On edge.
Like he's got a stick up his ass.
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Finally, you got a stick up your ass. So, since you're being a little bit of a high school counselor, we'll give you a very easy mission this week.
Well, you know, General, seeing as how downright jolly I am, I think that would be absolutely wonderful.
Well, I sense no sarcasm in that response. Basically, according to my readings, you're nearing a planet called Nemen. I've already sent a few people down there to get some initial readings, but I need you two to go down and do the research. I'll talk to our head ambassador, John Zuko, and he'll meet you when you get down there. Just basically learn about the people, learn how they eat, what they do in the nightlife, you know? I mean, is the floss still big down there? Just be very Anthony Bourdain about it.
Sounds good, sir.
We're on it, General.
All right, boys, go get him. And if you need me, just call. It seems like I always call you. You know, like, you can call me if you need me, so I don't know.
You know, you seem pretty cheery for someone who hated interning 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit, did someone forget their EpiPen? I forgot that you were allergic to good attitudes.
Look, I'm just saying you don't have to be all, yeah, I'm Quigley. I love interning, okay? It's coming across as forced.
Look, I'm sorry if I'm just more chill than you.
More chill than me? You think you're more chill than me? I'll show you chill. I'm chiller than I've ever been. I'm chiller than you'll ever be. I'm chill.
Obviously.
In the exterior, forest clearing, the Avalug begins to descend upon the planet Nimin. We see that this is a largely deciduous planet. Covered with trees, the Avalug finds a landing space in a clearing in the middle of the forest. The two step out of the Avalug. Dalsim steps out from behind a tree. He has long, flowing hair and is wearing loose, earth-colored robes.
Commander Fatherman and Private Quigley, my name is Dalsim. Welcome to the helm of Neiman.
Pleasure to meet. Fartham steps forward to shake Dalsim's hand, but Dalsim is beginning a slow, deep bow, humming while he does it. Fartham's hand doesn't move, not even until Dalsim's bow is complete, and he doesn't meet Fartham's handshake. Yes, pleasure to meet you. I assume you're Dalsim?
Yes. As soon as General Motors notified me of your arrival, I instantly began preparations to make your visit a pleasant one.
Quigley seems to have begun figuring out the ins and outs of Dalsim's culture. He bows in a similar manner to how Dalsim did a moment ago. Dalsim smiles gently while Fartham looks on in anger.
Greetings, Dalsim. We have traveled many miles to learn about your culture and the ways of your people. Please, we would be honored to walk among your tribe, and the chances that we may acquire a proper understanding of your lives.
Quigley extends his hand and Dalsim shakes it earnestly.
It would be my pleasure, Private Quigley. Please, right this way.
The three of them walk along a pathway and up a hill, where they come across what seems to be a pathway. In the middle of the woods. As they walk, we begin to see beings of a variety of species. They're all Jack, peeking out from behind rocks and trees. They're just us in different costumes.
Yeah.
Exterior, Bedeye Village. Dalsim begins to guide our travelers through the area, using a wave of his hand to direct their attention to the tranquil world around them.
This is the land of the Bedeye. We are warriors of an ancient origin, sworn to commit ourselves to becoming one with the Push.
The Push? What is that?
You see, the Push is an energy field created by all living things on our planet. It surrounds us, it penetrates us, and forces its way into our bodies through cracks and crevices left through unguarded holes. And as long as you are on Nemum, the Push will find you, and it will infiltrate you.
Fartham is clearly taken aback by the sexual explanation of this Push. Quigley notices this and interjects, spurring Dalsim on.
And how does one access this push?
Simple. Through intense focus and empty-mindedness, one can begin to learn the ways of the Push. Come, sit.
The three sit in a line along the ground. In front of each of them is a rock.
Focus your minds, gentlemen. Feel the Push and use it to impose your will over the stone.
This is ridiculous.
This is culture, and you're being insensitive.
Focus.
Fartham and Quigley close their eyes. We go through a montage of meditation, throwing the ways that they are interacting with the Push. They giggle, grimace, scream, and sometimes appear to be flat out asleep. Dalsim watches, seemingly impressed by their performances.
Now open your eyes and gaze upon your work.
Quigley and Fartham open their eyes. Quigley's rock is floating, while Fartham's is still flat on the ground. Fartham rises to face Dalsim. What the hell is going on here? There's no way he should be able to use the Push, and I can't.
And yet I am the one with a levitating stone.
Commander, please. Push sensitivity is not a matter of intelligence or rank. It's about inner peace.
Well, I'm peaceful. I'm super peaceful. I invented peaceful.
Oh, is that so? I sense turmoil, or maybe gas within you, Commander. Insecurity, anger, fear, Taco Bell, trauma, confusion, hunger, maybe some sexual frustration.
Okay. Jeez, let's relax. Okay, Professor X? We're good. Dalsim glances towards Quigley.
Clearly upset but not crying.
Two of them nod, and Dalsim turns his attention back to Fartham.
You seem tired, sir. Should I escort you to the shelter?
What? No, I'm fine. Let's keep going.
I think you should go lie down, Father.
Oh, okay, awesome. Let's put the big dummy who can't make stones float in a little cave so he shuts up. Fine by me. I have calls to make. Dalsim shows the two of them to a small crag, a shadow created by a large rock. Fartham walks over and, much like a dog, makes a little resting area for himself. He aggressively rolls over, turning his back to them. Oh, don't mind me, just a magicless man who can't get penetrated by the Push, huh? Fartham settles into his nest. Dalsim exhales and turns to Quigley.
Come with me. I have some people for you to meet.
Exterior, campfire, daytime. Dalsim leads Quigley over to a campfire and sits between two men of alien species, dressed similarly to himself. Quigley remains standing.
Private Quigley, you have demonstrated utterly outstanding push sensitivity.
It has been decades since we found a warrior as naturally in tune with the push as
I would
you
be the
appear
second
to
one.
be.
You're nothing short of an anomaly.
Recently, we've lost one of our greatest Bedai Knights, Master Goku, in a raid against our village. We want you to take his place and join us on the council.
I'm honored, but I can't just leave General Motors or L4 or Fartham.
Quigley, do you feel that these men are qualified to lead you? Motors is a bumbling fool, and Fartham has no concern for you or his own ambitions. I have no doubt that he would throw you away in a second. It meant the possibility of a promotion or maybe another taco.
He did.
I didn't like it at first. That the second part brought me back. Yeah.
He did tell me he'd leave me here if I pissed him off.
Then do it for him. You will stay on Neiman and become a Bedai Knight.
Quigley's face relaxes and we hear a whoosh of air, suggesting that Quigley's been put under Dalsim's control. Fartham is lying in the fetal position. We see tears welling up in his eyes, but he isn't crying. After a moment, he closes them, trying to get some sleep. Some time passes, and we cut to a view of Fartham's back. A red laser ignites just below the screen, and we hear a low whirring. Someone is approaching Fartham. He wakes up.
Commander!
Hey, holy shit, Quigley, what is that there?
Oh yeah, this is a fight laser, the signature weapon of the Bedai. Apparently I have such a strong understanding of the push, I've ascended to the level of a Bedai Knight. I was asked to shit on the council.
Shit on the council.
That's really good for you.
Thanks, the knighting ceremony is in a few hours, and tonight I'll be sworn on to the council.
Quigley turns off the laser and suddenly gets a more solemn expression. He moves towards Fartham and stands at attention.
Commander, it's been an honor to serve alongside you. However, I have decided that starting tomorrow, I will be staying here with the Bedai.
What? No, you can't just go AWOL on us. Your mission is to chart planets, not sit on a council with some guys you met an hour ago.
I understand your anger, Fartham, but I've made my decision. I hope you've come to find peace from my actions. I hope to see you at the ceremony.
Oh, I'll be there. Quigley exits, and Fartham immediately goes to call Motors. I don't know how we'll do that. Motors is barely clothed and appears to be standing in front of a mirror. He's holding up rompers in front of his body, obviously trying to pick an outfit. This bit, I went from that's funny to that's not funny, and right now I'm going, that's funny again. Motors.
It's what? Oh, finally, I was just about to call you. Listen, I have a date tonight, and I'm kind of in the doghouse. I don't know if I should wear Mr. Cluckles or Sam the Snaky Bait.
General, Quigley is trying to abandon soap and become a knight on the Bedai Council.
Oh, Quigley's a Bedai Knight? That's a very high honor. Good for him. I'm a little an intern got it before you. Anyway, I picked the wrong person.
Even if it is, abandoning the army is still a crime. You can't just jump ship. Are you supposed to arrest him or something? I mean, come on. Send in a couple troops to scare some sense into him, escort him off the planet, then we can get back to the task at hand.
Oh, I understand. You want me to put a hit on the Quiglum, don't you? Oh, you tempt me, Father. You really do. You know I love a good hit, but I must decline. I must decline on this. I'm with Quigley's.
Fine, but after the ceremony, I'm leaving. I'm sure Quigley will end up with more than enough data for me to get out of here.
That's the spirit! Now go out there and support your friend who's abandoning you and the higher education system as we know it in favor of a cult that he joined only mere moments ago!
Yes, sir. By the way, find that green jumpsuit you were wearing last Monday. If you wear anything else tonight, you're actively sabotaging your chances of a second date.
Father, wait, you didn't tell me which hat to pick. Mr. Cluckers or Sammy? Which one, Mr. Cluckers or Sammy? Sammy? Mr. Cluckers.
Motors raises his eyebrows in consideration as Fartham turns off the holotalker. He gets up and runs into the main area of the Bedai compounds. He sees a dance of robed Bedai who are feasting, singing, dancing, and yelling. In the middle of their circle is Quigley. Fartham frantically pushes through the crowd, finally putting his hands on Quigley. Exterior, trail, dusk. Quigley, look, I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier.
Save your breath, Fartham. I've made my decision.
I haven't sworn you in yet. We can still get out of here. The Bed-Eye surrounding them frown, and Dalsim forces his way into the conversation, almost putting himself between the two of them.
Commander Fartham. Whoa, don't know who that was. I'm sure I hope you aren't trying to dissuade Master Quigley from unlocking his true potential. You are happy that Quigley is staying behind?
Fartham's expression doesn't change. His jaw is clenched, almost as if he's holding back tears. No, I'm not. I'm not happy that you're taking my friend from me. This rubs Dalsim the wrong way. He becomes much more forceful and direct than before.
Commander, I do not expect you to have the emotional depth to understand our complex Bed-Eye culture, but I do expect you to respect it. We need to be on our way to swearing in. Now, say your goodbye, Master Quigley.
Dalsim stands off to the side, still within earshot of the two. Fartham begins to take on a solemn expression. Quigley's face hardens. Quigley, I'm so sorry.
Save it, Fartham. You never respected me. Now I'm in a place where I'm actually appreciated. Enjoy your travels.
Dalsim smiles, and he and Quigley walk off in the direction of the woods. Fartham is clearly hurt. After pausing for a moment, he begins to walk in a different direction, headed towards the Avalok. Exterior, forest clearing, Nimon, night. Fartham comes across the Avalok and attempts to open the door. However, it's locked. Fartham begins to dig around in his pocket until finally he finds his keys. The lock clicks open, and we see two hooded figures emerge from the shadows behind them.
What's the rush, Commander?
Leave me alone, Dalsim. Just trying to get back to Soap Base so I can recruit a new partner.
Well, that's interesting, because earlier this evening, we intercepted a call you've made to one of your superiors.
Dalsim pulls out a holo-talker and presses the play button. You see an image of Fartham talking to Motors, and Fartham can be heard urging the General to arrest Quigley and send Soap troops to Nimon. The holo-talker blips off. All while this is happening, Dalsim and Quigley's gazes never leave Fartham.
Attempted conspiracy of a Bed-Eye Knight as well as that of the Bed-Eye Council. This is serious stuff, Fartham. I'm afraid that you may be too dangerous to be kept alive.
What? That's hardly conspiracy. Come on, you've got Quigley. Just let me get out of here. Quigley stares full of rage. A body which once housed a good-natured young man is now filled with thoughts of violence, murder, and revenge. He ignites his fight laser and approaches Fartham. Quigley, be reasonable. There's no way that people as peaceful as the Bed-Eye actually do business this way. Let the Council decide my punishment.
I am the Council.
Quigley prowls forward and points a laser at his throat. Behind him, Dalsim holds out his own fight laser, offering it to Quigley.
Very good, Quigley. Do it. Do it. Take my fight laser and like a... Wait, cut off. You're gonna take both and kind of a swing. Will you kill him?
Yeah. As you wish, Master.
We see Quigley close his eyes and focus. The laser in Dalsim's hand begins to jiggle. Slowly, the rattling becomes stronger until the laser flies out of Dalsim's hand. However, it flies past Quigley's hand and lands in Fartham's ground. He's finally in tune with his own push capabilities. The fight laser ignites, and Fartham swipes Quigley's blade away from his face. He rises to his feet. Time seems to slow, and an enraged Quigley's blade pounds into Fartham, attempting to overpower him with raw strength. It's no use. Fartham is completely calm and peaceful. He perfectly parries every blow and maintains total balance throughout the fight. We see a close-up of Fartham's face and hear Motor's voice echo in his head.
Use the push, Farley. Also, you never told me which hat to pick, like Mr. Buckles or Sammy.
Mid-slash, Fartham grabs Quigley's hand and pushes his blade away from it. Their blades make a diagonal line, with Quigley's being forced into the ground. Quigley looks Fartham square in the eyes. I know it's not you in there. He's controlling your mind with the push. This isn't what you want.
You need a teacher. We can show you the ways of the push.
Quigley, the Bed-Eye are evil.
From the Soap point of view, from my point of view, Soap is evil.
Then you are truly lost. Fartham headbutts Quigley, forcing him to the ground. Holding both lasers in his hands, he turns to Dalsim and uses the push to launch him through the forest. As he flies away, we hear the Lego Yoda death scream. Yeah, we'll extend the fight.
No, I'm gonna do something you might not like.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna add in a little line there on page 19.
Wait.
That's an S-tier reference. You give me...
They fight.
They fight.
Thank you, George Lucas. Quigley moves his hand away from his forehead, revealing a massive green and purple bruise.
I feel great. I'm in tip-top shape.
Fartham is horrified, but quickly calms himself to avoid alarming his comrade. That's what I want to hear. You ready to get out of here? Fartham comes quickly to his feet, and the two of them start to get into the apple-egg.
Yeah, that Bed-Eye stuff was a little intense for me anyway.
Well, once again, flying around in space, remaining in a meditative state among the cosmos. Quickly has 2 bandages on his forehead, forming a big X over the bruise. He looks a little nervous.
Hey, Fartham,
Yes, Quigley?
would you mind if I, played some music for us?
Sure, why not?
You won't regret this.
Perfect. That's great. It's awful, but Fartham just settles in and enjoys the ride. And I think when I look back at it, that episode is not as well written as I wanted it to be. But we had a lot of really just fun visuals and ideas to that, and there were just going to be some cool sequences that would have been fun to film and to see filmed. It actually probably wouldn't have been that fun to film. I'm remembering how hot it was whenever we tried to film outside. That was brutal.
Yeah, little known trivia, Star Boys was originally going to be 6 episodes, but we ultimately realized that for this episode, Far the Wars, that we just didn't have the time to shoot it. It was also really reliant on filming a lot outside, and the weather just didn't quite line up for us at the end of filming. You know, we may have been able to fit it in if the weather had been better, but we just didn't get a chance. And because of the pandemic, you know, we had this tight schedule. You know, we just couldn't afford to try to wait too long to film this one.
If I remember correctly, there were a series of weather delays right up against when we wanted to be done filming. And so we already knew we were going to go a day or 2 over, and weather just kept pushing us back. And we were like, we have 5 episodes. We're good. We can be done. And I think we, at that point, we did recognize that the story on that episode was not as tight as we thought it was. So I think at that point, it just felt right to say we have what we have, and what we have is better than this anyway. Let's go for quality, not quantity.
What I think was cool about it was a more comedy focus for sure, but I think that was when it was definitely more of like Noah's input. Like, it was very comedic.
Hold up.
What you working on?
I'm making
Got there.
is this for behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Currently, I am constructing a prop lightsaber for me and Joe to practice the lightsaber duel in episode 3. This is going to be Joe's lightsaber. You can tell because it's a little bit shorter than mine, which actually means it will be better. It will have a little bit better balance.
You want to practice? Oh gosh, it's lost on me when exactly this was, but I remember we were in Noah's basement, and he had just made some lightsaber prototypes for Farth Wars, and that was just such a wacky, wild day. We were practicing the lightsabers, but we also at one point did an impression off, where somebody would just say a name and you had to do the impression, and like, that was awesome. Just like, because there were times where I didn't know if I'd have those types of friendships, and like, it was so cool to just hang out and just be silly, be goofy, especially when, you know, you're stuck for so long by yourself or wherever you were quarantining. Like, to just be like, oh, this is what silliness is again with other people.
Right.
Yeah, like, instead of doing impression battles by myself in the mirror, now I can do it with friends, which was cool.
What if I wait? Oh wait, because that happened.
Because if we had shot that wrong, we would look so fucking nerdy. We would look, that would be footage I'd want deleted from everything, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't look good, it was gonna look stupid. I don't know, honestly, my gut answer right now might be like, that's probably a good risk we didn't take. That actually I don't know a thing about fight choreography for film, and I was just trying, and really if we did that wrong, that could have looked atrocious. Honestly, I'm not going to try and sit here and act like, no, I really think that we could have brought it to... If we didn't, I think it was an 80-20 chance. If we didn't pull it off, it was going to look gross.
I miss it in some ways, but it would have been tough. It would have been a lot of sweat, and there was a fight scene that, it would have been kind of grueling. So it's something that there's a lot of ideas in there creatively that I miss. Noah did a really good job writing the episode. It was really funny. It would have been really exciting to watch. There would have been some really nice character work, I think, but it would have been tough to film, and I miss it, but I don't regret the decision to move on from it.